Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Foundation, where we are working on our village, because we are right now a village. And so far, well, we've built a market, we're selling berries, which I suppose is quite nice. We have some stores full for our berries, so it's, I think, a nice time to be selling them. And our goal is to get our villagers' happiness up. Currently it's 50. So we see that some people need rustic food or refined food. What's refined food? And why would they need that? So everyone is 50%. Happiness is 50. So I guess more people still need to be buying stuff. Doesn't really look like we are getting our berries over here. What are you doing? You are on your free time. 62 minutes from home. Where do you live? This is your house. And this is 62 minutes. That's meters. Maybe it's meters. 62 meters from home. That probably makes more sense, I guess. Well, let's speed things up a little bit and let's have a look what we're up to. So foresters, not really much to work on, as where our lumber camp is still kind of cutting down trees, but we're running out of capacity. Our builders are not really doing anything, I suppose, but I guess we've built all the houses. We were building, I think, in the woods around here. No, maybe it was this house over here. I like all the houses. But it's still quite a lot of trees around here. Oh, and there we go. We've got some berries at the market and people are buying it. And our happiness is immediately going up. Look at that. So we've got a food stall. And we... Oops, no, that just means that we're focusing on it. We've got a rustic market tent. Oh, well, okay, well. Don't really think we can edit it just yet. Of course we can select edit building, but there's nothing more than just these two things. So no options for colors and such. We're at 63% happiness. The need for rustic food is going down. Still collecting stone. We still have a couple of tools. So let's give it a little bit of time, I think, and then we have enough food. Someone else is buying some berries, which are immediately getting restocked. This is our village center, which is our temporary storage, a small resource depot. I wonder if this at some point also increases, gets better, changes. In the previous versions it's never really did. We've got our village map. Wow, look at our map. And well, now we've also got someone living around here. It's a residential area and a desirable neighborhood. No really beautification, but I don't think we've got any of that. They've got a builder workshop and a village market, a resource production, a forester camp, a lumber camp and a stonecutter camp. And food production is a well and a gathering hut. Well, we've got one well over here. I don't know if we need more. Do we need more around here? It's not that far away. I think it's okay. And we've completed our goal. We are now at 75% happiness. Profiting from trade. A business-minded villager proposes creating a trade route with your closest neighbor, Northbury, to sell resources for profit and obtain items that cannot be produced locally. Northbury needs planks, so you should start with those. Unlocking buildings. Some buildings are not available at the start of the game. You will need to unlock them at your progression screen. Unlocking them requires you to reach their tier. It might require a certain number of prosperity and estate splendor. Once there, you must pay a certain amount of coins or influence to unlock them for your village. Alright, so we need a storage in the progression menu, which is over here. Then we need to build a warehouse, and we have to store planks in our warehouse. So we're going for a common path. So we've got storage, fishing, bridge, and village fence. Oh, decorative fences. Well, fishing and bridges don't really make sense because we're right now not really close to any water. So let's go for storage. And it will unlock the warehouse. Used for storing and trading raw resources, material, goods and luxury type of resources, but also the granary. Used for storing and trading rustic food, refined food, raw food, and luxurious food. Well, there we go. So later on we will have clothing, a goods market, stonemason's hut, tooling, quite a lot of things. All the way up to common wares improvement, candle workshop improvement, and tier 5 decoratives. Wow. Alright, new buildings available. Well, let's build that warehouse. So we've now got a granary, a warehouse, but what's this? A sawmill. Oh, well, we also need our planks. I also do want to get a granary. I'm always afraid to run out of food. So I think a granary near our gatherer's hut, kind of surrounding it as if it's part of it. That's kind of nice. But I mean, this surrounds it, but does it make it look like it's part of it? Not really. Probably if we turn it a little bit. Do I want this close to our town center though? I kind of want the markets around here. So no, we're not going to get a granary around here. Where do we want a granary? Maybe a little bit farther inwards? Kind of going to be like a storage area. Well, you know what? No, I don't want to destroy the house. I don't want to have this granary. No. How do I cancel this now? Undo, build, no. Toggle. Rename. How do I cancel? I can only do undo. Well, I guess something like that then. Let's get our warehouse going. Our warehouse will be close to our stone and wood productions. That's going to be here. Maybe... I think stone production we're okay right now. No. Kind of... I'm not really happy about the placements of things right now. It just doesn't fit nicely. Maybe something like this here. I don't want to get into the berry bushes. If we place this here. But I want to move our forester camp. Can I move it? I want a forester camp behind our... I don't know. Let's... You know what? Let's get this over here. Just kind of aligning the pathing. Let's get a warehouse there. But then we also need a sawmill because we do need to have planks. The sawmill is quite a noisy area. Or has a quite noisy area. So we can get that behind the woodcutter's camp. Over here. And then I'm going to move our forester. I want that forester. Let's turn it around. I want the forester to get here. Yeah, that seems fine. Can we prioritize things? Yep, let's prioritize this construction and then we can demolish this one. And then what about our granary? Sawmill. Where is our granary? Warehouse, granary. It's quite big. Maybe we do place it here. It is one of the better places for it. Maybe just slightly more backward. Somewhere here. I think that's fine. We can still have our markets around there. Okay, that's a lot of building to do. Well, we've got our forester camp here, so we can destroy this one. Does that mean? Okay, that doesn't mean that we immediately get someone assigned. However, the areas are still okay. No. Now I'm missing my paint reforestation area. So that gets deleted immediately. Oh, you know what? Let's assign that again. Actually, is this the best place for... Maybe we assign that to be here. Oh, look at that. We're getting immigrants. And then we remove the area around here for now. Actually, no. We want to reforest this as well. Remove this. Because this is anyway a noisy area. So we don't really want anyone to be living here. So we kind of do want to have trees around there. Maybe a little bit less here. And then we can have a path around here. And then we also have this part over there. And this, hopefully this area soon. Well, let's have a look here. Okay, so this is how we get our immigrants in. Which means that we now have 4 people that don't have a job currently. Well, we've got a sawmill. So I think for now maybe 1 person. We've got the builder's workshop. We need a lot more wood. On the wood cutting we already have 3 people working there. And we, of course, also we built quite a lot. So that's there. We need someone working at a granary. Well, you know what? Let's store berries there. We don't have much else anyway. And then where is our warehouse coming? Over here. So we're still waiting for the builder. We can already assign the transporters. So that's good. But we cannot assign any of the resources just yet. We're waiting for... Oh, we need planks to actually build the warehouse. Wow. And we are working on our planks. We actually have already 20 planks in store here. So that's probably why we only have 3 that we are... Yeah, so we already have 28 in use. So we don't really see those. Getting the planks done. Got a builder workshop. This would be a nice place for a house. Are we, did we assign this for housing? Yeah, we did, but we kind of running out of area, so maybe housing around here. We can have housing in this part. And we still have 1 person that needs a job. But that's fine. Missing resources. We need more planks. And do we want to assign? Let's assign 1 more person. We are getting some more planks. So far, things are going pretty okay. At double speed. So what else have we got? So fishing and bridges don't really make sense, but we also have fences. Village fence controls movement around your land. You know what? I'm going to try to see if we can maybe fence off our construction area a little bit. Common decoration. A village fence. So we've done a gates, wooden fence, a battle fence, stone, a hedge. Kind of like a wooden fence around our noisy area. So let's try to mark it. So if we behind this one tree around there. Okay. Let's see if we can make sense out of that. And then these are the gates. Okay, so the gates we click these in. That makes that makes things easier. So this is kind of our construction area. So we want to make sure that our villagers don't just walk in there. What is this? Replace, destroy, straighten, curve, flip orientation, add more walls. Oh, this looks nice. And then we can have a door gate in here. Actually, one here. And another gate here. So anyway, the existing pathing. That needs 43 wood. 2 tools. I'm going for that. Let's make sure that things look nice. I also have fences around their own homes. And we look at that. We've got some more people. A sawmill. We are still waiting over here for one more plank. I'm going to assign one more builder because now we've got these fences going on as well. And we have 2 more people that are looking for a job, which I am going to assign to the warehouse. Which they are currently building. Trying to get the camera nice. Oh, look at that. Someone is sleeping over here because we have no place for our stone anymore. Oh, he just woke up and he's back to sleeping. There we go. So we wanted planks over here and stone. Opening the Royal Book. You now have access to the Royal Book. The Royal Book contains useful information and various features, like the capability to establish trade routes with your neighbors. And let's get 2 people working here. So we've got our Royal Book. So we've got one transporter who is... My workplace is unusable. And why is that? We will look at it later. So we've got our village overview. Edicts and privileges is still off. And then we've got trade routes. So unlock a trade route to trade planks. Well, we need to unlock them with planks. So let's wait until we've got enough planks in store. Allow the sale of planks from the resource base of the Royal Book. We've got resources. And then purchases and sales of planks. Favorite, stockpile, track resource. Or we can sell them. Well, let's see. Who was complaining about a workplace that's... Well, no, it's fine now. And we've got more immigrants coming in. Wow. Our happiness is 72. We still have a few people that need housing. Well, they just need to get that built. And a need for refined food. But we cannot have any... Well, we don't have the option for refined food. Look at that. I like the fence. It's coming along real nice. And we've got a market around here. We've got a granary. We've got 20 berries. Refuse, stock the maximum, empty stock. We are currently still at 50 berries. Getting the trees cut around here. And, well, we've got 9 planks. It's still not a lot. So, how is our lumber camp? It is completely fully staffed. And all of them are basically claimed by our, what do you call it? Sawmill? Production input, production output. No, you cannot. It kind of looks like it's a box that you can select. And look at all those trees getting cut now. Does make things look a lot more empty. Got all the houses. Any more houses being built? We also assigned some building area around here. We've got one here. Oh, of course, it's also because we don't have any more land just yet. Well, we've got 11 planks. So let's... Okay, our maximum speed is 3. There we go. Getting a lot of wood. Oh, look at that. There's a small house around here too. Oh, hey guys. Oh, and there's one more being built here. It is a pity that the trees that you cut down for building don't really add up to our wood. It's a bit interesting, but I guess that's fine. We can replant trees anyway. So 12 planks. We need quite a lot of them. We've got visibility. What can we toggle? Visitor position, patrol coverage. I'm curious what this patrol is. Territory boundaries, construction preview. No, I kind of like the progression of these things. And look at that. So many trees are going away. We still got a small ads around here. And we've got more immigrants. What's over here? Missing raw materials. Well, missing more wood. I'm not going for another woodcutter. I'm okay with that. More planks. So is it possible to limit how much we make? I don't think so. Would be because currently basically all our wood is just going directly into the sawmill. But we are at 19 wood, and how much did we need again? Trade routes, we need... Is that 20? Oh, then we're almost there. Or is it 29? I think 20. And we can buy tools, cloth, berries, berry brew, honey, wax, candles, and barrels from them. And we can sell them cheese, stone, polished stone, planks, wine, herbs, gold ore, gold bars, and meat. Okay, interesting. There we go, we can now unlock the trade route. So, unlock trade route. Confirm new trade route and pay upfront resources. Traders from Northbury will begin visiting our storage to buy and sell resources specific to their village. They will follow the actions and quantities set in the resource page of the Royal Book. Well, there we go, and it's a level 1. So, the current level of a trade route to a neighbor. Higher levels allow you to trade a larger volume of resources. So right now we can only trade 25. And the volume to upgrade. Quantity of resources bought and sold on this trade route in the last 30 days. And the minimum required to upgrade the trade route. Once you reach this amount, you will earn a new mandate to upgrade. Alright, well, we have to set our... Wow, look at that, now we have a lot more things. So, allow the sale of planks from the resource space. So, planks. And then sell everything above... I guess above 10? We always keep 10 in stock and everything else above that we can sell. That seems reasonable. We've got logs, we've got our budget, buildings. How are our villagers doing? They all seem to be pretty okay. Got a few unemployed. Advice: the manor house. You've made great strides recently. A light-hearted woman recognizes your progress and thanks you on behalf of her folk for your hard work. To help manage the village and enact new mandates, she suggests building a manor house and a great hall. Well, let's buy a new territory. And let's also accept this one. So, let's have a look. We need to get a new territory. 1 free territory to redeem. Well, oh, this is the edge of the map. So if you want to build a manor, that kind of would be nice to have more in the middle of the village. So this would basically be an expansion of an industrial zone. This is more towards, well, oh, that's so good. Because we do have houses around here. So do we want a manor over here? That way this is kind of the edge of the village. Although we can also consider this the edge of the village. And then a manor here. This is quite an empty area, so we don't have much. We do have a little bit of stone here. More berries. And, well, basically the same here, just with a couple more trees. Or do we want a manor quite far from the... Because this kind of allows for more expansion. I guess. Can't really see anything. We do have this big piece of rock here. Maybe we go for this area. So this is what we've got. Build a manor. I think this is kind of nice. And we can build the village around here and have our manor here in the middle. There we go. Common Path Tier 2 is reached. Your first monument. Monuments represent the greatness of your village. They are assemblage of multiple buildings called sub-buildings, with each of its own function. The first step is to make a monument is to choose an initial sub-building you wish to add, then decide it as you would a multi-part building. Don't worry about deciding which sub-building to build first. You can add as many sub-buildings as you wish and then edit them afterwards. Okay. We've got some more people coming in, so let's already wait at the village center. So we need to acquire the manor house in the progression menu. We need to build the manor house. Assigned tools to a warehouse, well, that's optional, but that's something we can do right away. Let's just tick that off. There we go, where is our tools? Tools. And allow tools purchased from the resource page of the royal book. Well, that seems like a good idea. So let's go to our resources. We've got tools. Buy until we have 5. We still have 34. Well, let's go for 5. That way we always have a little bit in store. Now we've got the immigrants over here. We have 6 people that don't have a job currently. Is there anywhere that we can still assign? Well, we can get a couple people gathering. We can have one more transporter here. Our sawmill is getting... Well, I mean, they're still okay. I don't really think we need more. We've got our warehouse. The lumber camp is full. Builders completely occupied. Well, you know what? I think we just need to get more workplaces. But we will do that in our next episode. So actually, in our next episode, the goal will be to build a manor. But yeah. Do you have any ideas on what we should do? Let me know down below in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.